Welcome everyone. In this lesson, we're going to see how to calculate definite integrals using substitution rule. So we're going to see two slightly different ways to kind of approach these problems. We're still going to have to do substitution rule, so they're going to start off very similar. It's just how we handle the evaluation side that might be slightly different. All right, so method one. We're going to find our antiderivative using U substitution. And what we're going to do in this method is we're not going to change the limits of integration. So do not change the limits of integration. So we're just going to go through our U substitution like we normally would. We're not going to do anything with our limits of integration. And then once we have our antiderivative, we want to make sure that we convert our antiderivative back to the original variable. So we're not going to change the limits of integration, and then we're going to convert the antiderivative back to x, our original variable. So this is the first way we're going to handle these definite integrals. And once we have our antiderivative back to the original variable, then we're just going to do the evaluation side of things just like we normally would. Now the second way we can do this, we'll call it method 2, is we go through our substitution. We calculate the antiderivative using U substitution. And it's the same substitution, so the most of the work is going to be exactly the same between these two methods. The difference here in this way to do it is we're going to actually change the limits of integration. So they start off in terms of x. And we're going to switch them. We're going to convert them over into U equals. So our limits of integration, we're going to change them over. We're going to convert the limits of integration. And then kind of the benefit of doing this way is then we don't have to worry about converting our antiderivative back to the original variable. So we do not convert the antiderivative. All right, so it's really the same amount of work either way. It's just kind of the order in which you do things is different. So really just be aware that there's two slightly different ways of doing these, and then whichever method you use is perfectly fine. So figure out which one you like better, and that's the one you should use. So we're going to try a few examples in the next couple videos where we just kind of try these two different methods just to see how they look. So we'll see you there.